Hello, everyone. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. It's a fresh start throughout the league here in Week 1 as these two teams have high hopes for the season ahead. It's the Rams going up against the Seahawks. So now let's go to St. Louis, Missouri, where Jim and Phil have the call.
The Seahawks are back deep, ready to return the kickoff. The Rams setting up here for the kickoff. The dawning of a new NFL season is upon us. Catches it at the 2 and starts his return. And he runs it out to about the 27 before he's taken down. Wilson's heading out now for his first series.
Russell Wilson, I think what we saw from him this past year, not only the fact that he can move around, but he is a deadly downfield thrower. That's what made him so successful, the fact that he was willing to take big shots.
First down at the 27. Looking to go deep. Incomplete. We'll be keeping an eye on Jimmy Graham, Phil. A lot of people surprised to see the Saints trade him to Seattle in the offseason.
Yeah, it was all about the money. I mean, I know the New Orleans Saints, they knew he was a great player, but it's about money and saving cap space down there in New Orleans, and Seattle was all too happy to get him on their side.
Second down and 10. Doug Baldwin with the ball.
The Seahawks do a really good job this time on offense. The quarterback throws the ball short. They pick up a few yards, and now it makes third down much easier.
Third down on the way. Doug Baldwin.
You know, when you throw the football like that down the field, you pick up a first down, now you can do anything you want on the offensive side, and you got that defense guessing. Now he's going to change the play, and look out. I think he's going to go down the field with the football.
Wilson's going to take the snap from the shotgun. Mark Barron has the interception. Muscles through the defender. Foles is heading out now. Now an experienced quarterback with 4 years under his belt.
Well, we've talked about Nick Foles before. Really good athlete.
The Seahawks offense rebound after throwing an interception the last time they were on the field.
Well, that interception we saw in the last drive, let's be honest, it was awful. I mean, it was just a bad decision, bad throw, and it was such a bad throw, I'm surprised the defensive player caught it.
Nick Fairley changed teams in the offseason, coming to the Rams from Detroit. And what does he bring this defense, Phil?
Oh, my gosh. Another good player on the defensive side, more depth, and just a plethora of defensive linemen who can get to the quarterback. Look out. If you're a quarterback and you play the St. Louis defense.
Now looking at third down. The Rams defense brings in an extra member of the secondary. They'll go nickel. Halfway through this first quarter now. And he's going to be dropped. And that's a 3 and out for the offense.
When you blitz on third down, you hope to get to the quarterback. Here's why. Because there are less defensive backs back there. The chances of giving up the big play are pretty high. But the rush, they're quick enough. They get there, and they sack the QB.
Austin's got it on the return. That's a pickup of 14.
Rams love this type of play. Of course, everybody would. When you get a good punt return, that's what you...
The Rams. First down at the 36. He'll throw it over the middle. Incomplete as he was looking short. After the incomplete pass, it brings up second down. For this play, they'll go with two tight ends. Russell Wilson will take it from the gun. Rams marked down after a gain of 4.
You got to be agile when you make these kind of catches, running these short drag routes across the field. That time we saw the agility of the receiver. Nice catch.
Back here to start quarter 2. We are deadlocked right now in a game that has seen its fair share of defense.
Yeah, it's kind of fun to watch, isn't it? I love defenses when they come out and they just establish the line of scrimmage and beat the offense up. That's what we've seen so far, and I think it's going to continue.
Going for the deep ball. Intercepted. They bring him to the turf.
That was
the Rams setting up here for the kickoff. And the tackle's made right around the 26-yard line. The Seahawks offense has been nowhere in sight here for quite a while. 3 can say empty. What about it, Phil?
That is the old phrase MIA, because there's no action on the offensive side. It's time for the quarterback to call the right plays and help his team out and get this thing moving.
The Rams lined up in the nickel. 1st and 10. Look at that concentration as he makes the grab.
Anytime you get over 4 yards on first down, it doesn't matter what the play is. Is it a run or a pass? That time, nice throw by the QB. Now they're in great position. 2nd down and short.
Russell Wilson has it under center. Wind takes down the quarterback.
Man, this defensive end, Jim, he is some talent. That time, good job. Makes the move, shows the speed, and gets around there and gets the sack.
We've hit the 2-minute warning here in the first half. And now as we head back to the field, we've got an offense trying to get some momentum going before the first half draws to a close. The defense pushing the offense back with that sack, and the offense needs 13 yards now on 3rd down.
The quarterback's picked up on something. He's changing the play here.
They've got him again. That's a timeout by the D. The Seahawks call on the punting team. Austin's going to take this one from the 18. Coleman's there to make the tackle.
Austin's able to show off his talent on that punt return that time. What speed and quickness that allows him to break through some of that coverage. And
the Seahawks. The Rams defense now is going to go nickel. Wilson from the shotgun. Wilson finds Lynch. Johnson's there that time for the tackle.
Arm strength is a nice thing to have when the window of opportunity is very small. Quarterbacks with strong arms can still fire it in there. Nice throw right on target by the QB.
2nd and 10. Makes the reception. And he's on the sidelines out of bounds.
Do the little things right. When you do those right, you get big victories. And doing it right is what this offensive player did that time. Had a chance to get out of bounds, stop the clock, give his offense more chances. Really good job by the offensive player.
Wilson's now completed 4 in a row.
A lot of times you look at the drag route and you think that's the safety valve. You know what? It is. The quarterback is always taught to look down the field. If there's nobody open, throw it to the drag route coming across the field. That time they did it. It's just short of getting the first down.
Wilson's completion percentage, 60% on the day.
Good job that time by the secondary. They're in good position. They make the play, and it's an incomplete pass by the quarterback.
This is 3rd down. The Rams with a nickel look here on defense. Wilson standing back in the shotgun, ready for the snap. And he's taken down, but not until he picks up the first. 3rd catch today so far.
When you run that drag route across the field, it is not as easy as it looks. You're running fast. You have to catch the football right in stride, and you cannot see what's in front of you.
1st down at the 35. And gains maybe 4.
Offense.
We'll switch sides and take a break as the not a whole. Two tight ends on the field here. Graham's going to pull in the bullet pass.
The Seahawks did a good job that time picking up the first down. Let's look at the situation. You're behind the second half. You keep looking to pick up those first downs, and you get enough of them. What does it do? Pretty simple. It leads to a score.
2 hands on the football and has the catch.
That's what you call a bullet pass. Very little space to throw the football into, but he gets it done. A lot of velocity, right on target.
Wilson's now completed 4 in a row. The Seahawks snap it at the 41. Oh, and almost picked off that time. Here they come to the 41-yard line. The Seahawks will look to get to the 37 to pick up a first down. Launching it deep, but it's incomplete. And that's a defense that doesn't yield a whole lot. They didn't in the first half. And now, same story here in the 3rd quarter, Phil, especially on 3rd down.
Yeah, been a good job. They've done a good job all day long on 3rd down, Jim. But the defensive coordinator, let's give him some credit. It takes talent and good coaching to make it work on the field. And right now, they're getting some good coaching. Well, it's in the second.
The Seahawks set to take over here on offense, partner, and this team has to have a little chip on the shoulder right now after going for it on 4th down last time deep in the opponent's territory.
Yeah, I hope they have a chip on their shoulders because the defense just flat out whipped them. That's why they didn't get that 4th down attempt. You got to be tougher if you want to pick up 4th down situations.
I know there are a lot of people right now still wondering why didn't they just kick the football and go for the 3?
Well, when you start listening to the fans, next thing you know, Jim, you're sitting next to them. So you got to do what you think is right. That's what the coach did. I do not disagree with what he did.
Wilson set, empty backfield. 2nd down and 10. Locked in on the football and has hold of it with 2 hands.
The Seahawks, good job that time moving the chains, picking up that first down. And, Jim, of course, there's no time to panic in a situation like this. I think they know that. It's in the second half. You're down just a few points. Just keep looking for ways to get another first down, and that'll serve your team well.
Second down following that incompletion. Graham's a tight end, but lined up in the backfield for this play.
Quarterback sees something in his defense he wants to take advantage of.
Going deep. And a flag is down. On his way. Taking it all the way home for the touchdown.
Holding Defense.
They'll decline the penalty and let the play stand. The Seahawks now ready to take over again on offense. They were successful on their previous drive, getting the ball all the way to the end zone. I'm sure they're looking for more of the same right now.
Oh, absolutely. That's what you always want. You want to find your way to the end zone, and so many people contributed on that last drive, and you got to give the coaches a lot of credit for putting the players in excellent position.
The fourth quarter is about to get underway, and we've got a tie game. This one's been fun to call, partner.
Yeah, it sure has. It has been fun, Jim. I love low-scoring games where there's a lot of pressure on the calls, pressure on the players. We've seen that, and it's going to be a fun finish.
He'll take the snap, the first here. One's got it on a pass that had something taken off of it.
Well, he's got talent. This receiver can make the catches when you throw it his way, and I think his talent, the way offenses are designed, and the rules of the NFL, it makes guys like him almost unstoppable.
First down and 10. Catch made by Graham. McClain's there to take him down.
Well, if you guard the tight end close, sometimes that doesn't matter. They're so big and they got long arms, they can still make the catch. Quarterbacks give them a chance, they get it done.
Wilson's now completed 4 in a row. McClain's in on the tackle.
The Seahawks, that time, they can't get big yards, but the throw and catch picks up a few, and his third down's much easier with this situation.
Wilson's completion percentage, 60% on the day. The Seahawks from the 22. What a catch. Touchdown. Early. The Seahawks will be trying to make it 3 successful drives in a row as they retake the field here on offense, partner.
They got a great feeling from the offense so far. In other words, they're confident, they feel good, so you need to keep calling plays. It keeps the offensive players in a positive frame of mind. You do that, hey, I wouldn't be surprised to see him march down here and score again. That incompletion by the quarterback, hey, I give the quarterback no fault. That was just tremendous coverage by the secondary player. He's in position and able to make the football be incomplete.
Finds his mark. Coleman's tackled down after a gain of 2.
Well, the quarterback showed off his arm strength that time, didn't he? He put the football right on the money, on a line, right into the receiver's hands. They're changing things here. The quarterback changing. He's giving the receiver some new instructions. The Seahawks offense has been tough today. They are fighting out there on the field. That's a nice job picking up that first down. It's been fun to watch. They got a small lead here in the second half. We'll see if that first down can lead them to a score.
After the long gain, let's see what they do here. Airing it out. What a catch. Man in for the touchdown. That the Rams will rely on their special teams here as they try to get the ball back with an onside kick.
Well, I don't think they had any choice. They had to go for the onside kick there. And really, the kick is just not good enough to give his teammates a chance of recovery. And now the game is probably over.
The Seahawks have had trouble protecting their quarterback today. Wilson's been under a lot of heat today, Phil.
Well, saying they are struggling with pass protection is an understatement. The offensive line, they're just having an awful day.
Offense heading to the line for the 11th play of the drive. The Rams defense brings in an extra member of the secondary. They'll go nickel. And it's caught by Curse. The Rams stop the clock in a hurry, trying to hold on to every precious second.
Nice situation here for the offense. They're winning the football game. Now they're in the red zone. Let's see if they can come up with a play that fools the defense.
Wilson's lined up. 2 tight ends set. Got a flag. Wilson's now going to hit the ground in a slide and in the play.
It's a rough game out there. Avoid hits at all costs. Good job that time by the quarterback sliding before he takes the hit.
The defense will take the penalty.
Coming to the line at the 25.
First and 20. Jimmy Graham has the catch. The Rams will stop the clock here with this timeout, needing to preserve time. So they complete one, and still it's second down. Lynch lined up as the single back. There's a flag out. McDonald's in on the tackle.
Holding offense.
The defense accepts the penalty.
Still second down.
They come to the line at the 31-yard line.
Russell Wilson has it under center. Finds Graham. The Rams will call for the timeout. They need every second to be preserved at this point.